It's already, this is like, and okay. It feels like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a controlled energy.
Certainty amidst chaos.
Almost like being on a roller coaster, but a roller coaster that was in a black void, kind of like when Space Mountain goes Halloween and they turn the lights off.
And sometimes it's like I'm just in a tunnel.
Oh, I'm searching for, you know, a lifeboat in, you know, this sea of confusion.
And all of a sudden I'm out of it.
There's a feeling of oneness.
I feel powerful.
There's a feeling of wholeness and just being in the present moment.
It's like in Ratatouille, when he's just sitting there and he eats the cheese with the grape, and then the magic happens, the fireworks go off. It's really great.
That moment when things click.
When that click happens.
But then there'll just be like a click.
And I got it. Oh my God, love so much.
Makes me feel so good, you know? And I love it. It makes me so happy. If you don't get it, that's totally normal.
There were the people who were good at math and talented and able to pick it up easily, and I was in the struggle camp.
I was just kind of like, what are we doing? Like, what is this?
And so I felt kind of left behind because I always had to work like extra super hard to try and understand something.
I understood it, but I didn't understand it.
But for some reason, it was just not the way that my brain took it in. And it was just traumatic.
I just genuinely used to believe that I just was not good at math.
Math is such a gross word, actually, ew.
Someone starts talking to them about math. And what happens in their brain is, oh, I'm not good at math, I'm not good at math.
And so that like affected me for a really, really long time.
That's when my hatred of math started.
I wanted so badly to be so good at everything that I did, and I wanted to be really good at it right away.
I was worried that people wouldn't think that I was good enough or smart enough or type A enough.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy because when you really just don't think you're good at something, then you don't try as hard and you just start to believe what you say, even if it's not true.
I don't like the idea that you have to choose, like either you have this type of brain and you are creative and artistic, but you can't do any math or science.
Sometimes I have to fit into a box that I just don't know how to fit into and I don't know why.
Or your other choice is you can be super smart and very academic and no math and science, but you have no creative bones in your body. And that is baloney, from what I can tell.
I try to think of what I do know instead of what I don't know, because I think if you think about what you don't know, you're just gonna put yourself at a crossroads and you're like, well, I don't even know where to begin.
I feel like that's the same frustration that is part of any creative process.
There's always been a question around math and girls, and I always hoped to have a daughter that had a love for math if that was what she wanted.
It's not really about girls versus boys. It's about one person and what they feel good about and what they're good at.
And it's so individual, yet we're all looking for the same results.
It doesn't have to be my favorite subject because I'm good at it. You know, I'm allowed to like it even if I do struggle with it sometimes.
I'm definitely a hands-on doer.
I'm more of a person who has to physically do it in order to get it.
If I can see it, then I can understand it.
All the little tiny drawings that I have on the side of my paper when I do tests.
I love my scientific calculator. I decorate it, I put stickers on it.
When I'm running an event and I am plugging in numbers and I'm looking at my budget, I'm projecting admission revenue, I'm projecting attendance, it feels like I am running things.
The budget is a living, breathing piece of math.
Suddenly it gave it a context and it made it mean something to me. Getting the right angle, making sure that nothing's too dead center or that it's too much to the left or too much to the right, that it's just perfect.
Do I wait 10 seconds? Do I wait a second? Do I just say it right away?
Depending on where the ball's coming from or where you are on the court, you have to set a different angle and you have to get there so it has the right height and the right distance off the net.
There's a safety in it. There's, you can count on it.
I'm Claire. I'm Bella.
I'm Cate.
I'm Anna.
I'm Isabelle.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Johanna.
I'm Katie.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Megan.
I'm Sophie.
I'm Emma, and this is how I do math.
This is how I do math.
This is how I do math.
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 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80, 88, 96.